Now, as most of you already know, that Nio is currently producing their car from the factory called Jack Nio, where they've partnered with a company called Jack, which we all know by now that Nio had said that by the end of the first half of this year, its production capacity there will be around 300,000 with double shifts. It is something that, of course, investors or retail investors, including myself, are patiently waiting to get to see Nio get to that maximum capacity at their Jack Nio factory. Now, around the Q3 of this year, you'll know that Nio will be opening their biggest factory called Nio Park. Now, you know that by now that the annual production at their Nio Park it is expected to be around 1 million vehicles with double shifts, with 100 gigawatts of battery annually, which is something that, of course, that is going to also come and try to meet the demand that we find in these Nio cars, because to date, or we read or we know that Nio, for you to get your Nio ES6, ES8 and the EC6, approximately it takes them around 2 months for you to give or for you to get a delivery of that car. With the ET7, of course, the period is much longer. So with this production ramp up, I personally believe that it will even take much quicker for those that want to buy the Nio cars to get to drive their cars, which is something that is incredible. Now, one of the good things that we read a few months ago, it was that Nio, for their sub-brand model, they are planning to start, or they will be a new factory called Nio Park Phase 2, which of course will start, or it is expected to start with the production of their sub-brand models around 2024. Now, getting to know that even with its sub-brand Nio, it's completely building a new factory for specifically for their sub-brand. It is something that, again, it must just show you that this is a company which is just set to do very well. Now, yesterday we read wonderful news, ladies and gents, which made the shares of Nio to close the day trading up 3%. And the news, of course, were that Nio, it is planning, it looks like it is planning to open another factory in the US. I mean, when I read or when I saw these headlines rumoring around social media, I found myself really excited with the fact that I am investing into this company, which is just set to do so many good things in the future. I mean, though Nio was asked to comment on this, and they did not give, of course, a positive feedback, and they did not want to give any details about their new factory, which is being rumored to start probably in the US. There has been positions that, of course, Nio has been hiring for positions relating to making vehicles, or with positions relating to production of vehicles, which is why so many of the investors, so many of the retail investors are taking that as a very good sign to say that we might actually get to see Nio producing their cars in the US. Now, before we get deep into the topic, of course, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and you shouldn't take it as a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button if you do enjoy, of course, the content that I'll be giving you about this Nio stock. Now, of course, you know that Nio is a company that, of course, we talk a lot about onto this channel, because me personally, I believe that there's no better company to invest or put your money into than this company, which is why most of the videos, if you check on this channel, are Nio videos, though there are other stocks or other market news that we talk or discuss a lot about, but most of the videos on this channel are about this Nio stock, which is why I personally believe that if you are a Nio fan, please do consider hitting that likes button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the latest developments that we get to read about this Nio stock. Now, without wasting any more time, like I said, when Nio was asked about these rumors, of course, they say that they don't have any disclosures about the factory or the plant, which rumors are saying that it might start constructing a new factory in the US. But the fact that they've been hiring positions in relating to, or position that relates to production of vehicles, is making retail investors to actually be ahead or take a good guess that this might mean that Nio will be, or they might start with producing their cars in the US, which of course that will come with some advantages like your exports. They won't have to export if they start selling or producing their cars in the US. Now, though Nio doesn't want to comment more or give us more info about this new factory that could be built in the US, there are people that actually believe that this is a strategic move for Nio to also build, or we'll get to see them, of course, producing cars in the US. Now, you remember that talking about the US, Nio is one of the companies that I personally believe that, if you remember in Nio Day 2021, they came out and said that by 2025, they believe that they would have penetrated 25 countries worldwide. I believe that one of those countries is the US, because you remember that Nio currently in the US, they have offices in San Jose, which of course, those of you that have been following me, we've discussed the developments about that, and which is why I personally believe that the fact that there have been people being hired in the US, there have been offices, or there are Nio offices currently in the US in San Jose, must just show you that this is something that I personally believe that with these rumors and getting to see these positions that of course relates to production of the cars, one might actually see that this might be Nio's plan to actually start producing the cars in the US, which would be so amazing. Like I said, I personally believe that by, of course, 2025, Nio would be selling their cars in the US. There's no doubt about that, together with other countries, because you remember that already this year, Nio in Europe plans to penetrate 4 new European countries, namely Denmark, Sweden, Germany, and Netherlands, which is something that, of course, getting to see that Nio, not only will they be selling their cars in Norway by the end of this year, but will be selling their cars in 4 more European countries. It's one of the things that must make you to remain bullish onto this Nio stock. This is one of the things that, of course, must make you to feel comfortable when you put or invest your money into the Nio stock. Nio is a company which is just set to do very well, and I believe that its fundamentals and its future prospects are just set to propel this company to flourish high in the air, which is the very same thing that I continue to take this low trading price to load the boat and increase my holdings onto this Nio stock, because I personally believe that this is a stock, one way or the other, that 5-10 years down the line, retail investors or a lot of investors will definitely regret not taking this low trading prices onto this company and load the boat, because one way or the other, this is a company that is just getting ready to take over not just China, not just Europe, but the entire world at large, which is why we are seeing them building more factory, or we are seeing them with plans to build more and more factories. Like I told you that in the sub brand, they are planning to build a factory that will, of course, will be producing just their sub-brand models, and we know that with Nio Park Phase 1 and Jack Nio will be producing their Nio cars. And of course, with these rumors of Nio of also starting a plant in the US, is something that will make you, or must just make you see the bigger plans that Nio will have. I mean, imagine Nio being able to sell 2-3 million cars after 10 years from now. I mean, it is something that with this kind of rumors, with this kind of latest developments, we can get to easily see Nio selling over 2 million cars, which is something that, guess what, it will just continue to make this company to grow, which is why it is important for you guys, or for you, the retail investors and the big financial institutions, to continue loading the boat. This is for this reason that I believe that even the big financial institutions, the big guns, are continue to load the boat onto this Nio stock, because they can see that it is a stock which is just set to do very well. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you load the boat or increase your holdings onto this new stock, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing into this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.